How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, aka Slammerella, and today we have a local used CD store haul, and we got some punk, we've got some thrash, we've got some death metal and black metal. So we got the whole fucking deal here. We got a whole bunch of shit. So, yep, my local Deja Vu Discs used CD store and gaming store finally opened up, and I had to leisurely make my way there and see what they had in store. So let's see what they had, and they did have a few pretty damn good stuff if I don't say so myself. So starting on the punk end of things, we have this. This is the Bouncing Souls with Maniacal Laughter. Now, if you don't know who the Bouncing Souls are, they are a punk band with elements of skater punk and oi and even some pop punk. They are from New Jersey, USA, and they started in 1989. Holy shit. They started in 1989. So these guys have been around for a while, and they have, besides this, which is their second album from 1996, they also have 10 other albums and 15 EPs. Yeah, 15 EPs and 10 albums besides this sucker. So if you like this, you've got a hell of a lot to catch up on for sure. And it's some good stuff. The artwork there is really cool and was what actually kind of caught my attention. Just that kind of spooky, ghouly type of Misfits looking shit. Very neat. I like their logo, their Bouncing Souls guy there. So these guys, I heard them once or twice before, never really paid too much attention. And then I listened to this album and I'm like, yeah, I definitely need to get some more Bouncing Souls, or at least some Bouncing Souls in my collection. If you're wondering what they sound like, they kind of reminded me a bit of Rancid mixed with Anti-Flag and early AFI, like the more punk AFI. So mix all three of those sounds together and you basically got what Bouncing Souls sound like, and it is some pretty awesome stuff. Very entertaining, very upbeat. We'll get that rebel blood pumping in you and throwing your fist in the air and saying oi 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 for sure. So this is some excellent punk out of New Jersey. Highly recommend the Bouncing Souls. This is their second album called Maniacal Laughter from 1996. Moving on to more thrash oriented, this is some punk and thrash mix with some crazy heavy metal guitar riffs in there for sure. Guaranteed to get you throwing up the horns and enjoying yourself. This is crossover thrash band Iron Reagan. This is their second album, so another second album added to my collection. This one is The Tyranny of Will. And if for whatever reason you don't know who Iron Reagan are yet, they're kind of a super group from Virginia, USA, and they have members from Municipal Waste, Darkest Hour, Hellbear, etc. The guy from Cannabis Corpse is also in this. He also plays Municipal Waste. But yeah, so with those lineups of bands, you can tell what you're probably going to get into with Iron Reagan, but it is just some rowdy, thrashy, rebellious punk attitude with some like heavy metal guitar riffs and solos thrown in for good measure. It's just wild fun and really gets that rebel blood pumping once again. Yeah, if you don't know Iron Reagan and you like Toxic Holocaust, or if you like DRI, or if you like Municipal Waste, you will highly enjoy the fuck out of this. They started in 2012 and they've got 2 other albums and 2 EPs besides this. The first album is called Worse Than Dead from 2013, and the other album is called Crossover Ministry, which is from 2017. And once again, besides all 3 of those albums, there's also 2 other EPs to hunt down if you're interested. So a decent amount of Iron Reagan to get you going and started. This one's really good. The first 5 tracks will just set the pace for what you're in store for. I absolutely love this project and plan on getting more, definitely. So yeah, Iron Reagan with The Tyranny of Will from 2014. Excellent second album from this crossover thrash band from Virginia. All right, moving on to some melodic death metal. So if you like stuff like Amon Amarth or Sonic Syndicate, this band you should enjoy. This I more so picked up for the wife though, but this is Soilwork with their 6th album, Stabbing the Drama. And this was kind of the very first album by Soilwork that the wife and I heard. It just kind of ended up in our, just kind of a playlist that if you let YouTube play whatever it wants to, this kind of popped up and we enjoyed it. It was pretty good, and I picked up a couple of albums before this for her, and I saw this one, and since it was the first album we heard by Soilwork, I definitely had to get it, and I think it was only $3.99, so had to. So anyways, melodic death metal. They are from Sweden and they started in 1995. Besides this, I also have their 2nd and 4th albums. So 2nd album here being The Chainheart Machine, and then their 4th album, Natural Born Chaos. So we kind of like skipped each album. So now we have 2, 4, and 6. Kind of need to go back and get 1, 3, and 5. But yeah, so once again, if you don't know what Soilwork sounds like, kind of like a Stained meets Heaven Shall Burn and Sonic Syndicate. Think of Amon Amarth with some semi-clean singing and without the Viking themes or folky sounding stuff. It's actually pretty good and pretty heavy at times, so maybe think about giving it a shot. That's Soilwork with Stabbing the Drama, their 6th album from 2005. Moving over into the heavier side of things, we have some Skeleton Witch. You should know who Skeleton Witch are by now. Such a great black and thrashing death metal band. Mixes all of those elements perfectly and seamlessly. I have their first album, technically. Most people don't know what their actual first album, but most people think Beyond the Permafrost is their first album. Technically, it's their 2nd album, though. You're never going to find the first album, though, and if you do, it's probably be like close to $100. If anyone wants to sell me the first album and has it, you know, send me a PM in one of my social medias and we'll discuss, because I want it. So anywho, this is the 4th album, Forever Abomination, from 2011. They are a, once again, black and thrashing death band from Ohio, USA, that started in 2003. They have 6 albums and 2 EPs besides this. Yep, excellent stuff. Really, really good vocals, really good guitaring, just absolutely menacing stuff. I don't know what else I could say, but check them out if you haven't for whatever reason. I also have this double pickup from Skeleton Witch. This is their 5th album from 2013 called Serpents Unleashed. Just more black and thrashing death at its finest. I don't think there's anything under the tray. No, not really. So yeah, really happy to get their 4th and 5th album. I obviously need to get their first one if I could ever get a hold of it. I need to go back and find Breathing the Fire and obviously their newest album. So I got about half their discography now. Excellent band. Highly recommend Skeleton Witch. Both of these albums are killer. I really enjoyed Beyond the Permafrost, but these kind of kick things up a few notches for sure. I don't really have a favorite song off of these yet. Still need to give them a couple more listens. But do yourself a favor and check out Skeleton Witch if you have not yet. Just some excellent black and thrashing death from Ohio, USA. Alright, and the last thing that we have in this collection update from my local used CD store, Deja Vu Discs, is the 4th album by Nagelfar. Some melodic black and death metal from Sweden. These guys started in 1992 and have 7 albums and 3 EPs. This album, Pariah, came out in 2005. Now, if you ask me personally, their first 3 albums are probably the best, but this is still in the decent range. The newer stuff isn't the greatest and probably has more of that melodic sound, because originally they're just straight up black metal. Besides Pariah, I also have their 5th album from 2007 called Harvest, so the one right after this. Definitely need to go back and get Vitriol and all that other stuff, but yeah, really, really good. I might pick up Terrace, we'll see, but Pariah is definitely where it started getting really, really good from their earlier days. Highly recommend Naglfar if you haven't. And man, I definitely need a shirt with that fucking logo on it. Holy fuck. So yeah, excellent Swedish black metal. If you haven't heard of Naglfar yet, definitely check out Pariah or their first 3 albums. You'll be doing yourself a favor if you like black metal or if you're into Swedish black metal. But yeah, really, really good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this collection haul ranging from punk to thrash to melodic death metal. So that's what we got today, including the soil work for the wife. Let me know which one of these is your favorite. Let me know if you have any of these albums, and let me know what you think of them, of course. Besides that, before I go, I want to let you guys know, if you're interested, of course, I just started up a new channel called You Found a Unicorn, and it deals with LGBT issues and a little bit of my LGBT journey and discovering about myself and talking about things of that nature. So if you're in the LGBT community, or if you're just a really big fan of seeing me in videos, go check out the new channel, You Found a Unicorn, and see if it's for you. If not, I totally understand. Not everyone in the metal community or the horror community really is interested in that kind of stuff. So totally understand, but please do go check it out and see if it's your thing, especially if you're in the LGBT community and you're following me as a metalhead. Would really appreciate it. And that's it. For Glory, for the Rebel Alliance, Slammerella out.